everyone. So I
Hate
guess
this
by now you
bitch
all heard about
so
the Queen of
much.
England dying.
No shit.
And I was kind of wondering what you all thought about her.
What do you think?
But first of all, let me show you what's written on my shirt, okay? It says, vegan because paying for the rape, kidnapping, sadness,
It's not
and
rape if
murder
they can't say yes or
no
no.
longer tasted good.
Okay. Don't take that out of context. You can't rape an animal, in my opinion. I mean, I guess you could, but animal on animal, I mean, it's not like they have a say against another animal besides kicking them in the back of the fucking head or in the head. Like if you're having a horse breed with another horse, they'll just kick them in the fucking head. Like it's if they don't want it. But most of the time, their biology calls for it. Kidnapping. It's not kidnapping if they're already in the farms. I mean, sadness, it depends on the kind of animal, but I can imagine they do feel some kind of sadness. Murder, it's not murder. It, they don't have rights. They're animals. Unfortunately, but that's the truth. Farm animals don't have rights, so it can't be murder. Anyway, let's continue on. And they definitely taste good. I tell you what, I love me a good steak. Alright, let's see it.
See, I became vegan when I found out what happens to the animals.
Congrats.
About all these terrible things that we do to them.
Yeah, we
And yes,
do some terrible things.
It's not just my country, it's every country. There are so many places that abuse animals.
I really want to get a
Holocaust never
fucking
ended for them.
burger and watch this.
Pigs are
I
still
don't like
being
burgers.
murdered in gas chambers at 6 months old.
Not gas
And
chambers,
so
that's...
many billions
I don't
of
know
animals
where
are
she got
needlessly
that,
harmed
but I would like to
every
see
single
that.
day.
That proof. Because I highly doubt they're gassing some pigs like they are Jews. Or like they did Jews. Let me rephrase. Wow. Must only Germany things, am I right, guys? God.
Because the people who eat them, wear them, and use them.
Yes, that's...
So I'm wondering
We've been
what you
doing
think
that for
about
millennia.
the Queen.
It's nothing new.
Now, she died in her 90s. Now, let's just assume at the beginning of her life, just like all of us, she was innocent and she was just being fed these dead animals without really knowing what's going on.
Well,
I always say on this
there were
channel
different
that we are all
times
born
back
vegan.
then as well.
Being vegan is about the animals. It's
We
not
weren't
about food.
we weren't all born vegan. We ate part of our mother while we were inside her. So technically, no, that's not true. We're actually all cannibals. But sure,
About
go
health.
off, Queen.
It's about making the declaration that you are not going to exploit animals anymore.
It's not exploiting
really
animals.
Working hard towards
Well,
that end.
it's hard to
So
exploit an
like
animal
all
that
of us,
doesn't understand it's been exploited.
Was born vegan and was fed dead animals by her parents. She opened her mouth dutifully, just like we all did. We didn't know the difference between carrots and peas and spaghetti and potatoes and a dead pig.
Well, I mean, I did.
Or a dead
True
lamb.
story here. I see my sister when she was younger, when she didn't want to eat, she would throw her shit against the wall. And I live in a house with 15-foot high ceilings. And somehow I spat carrots about 12 feet high because I was in a chair with my bib chewing carrots, and I spit that bitch all the way on the ceiling. So, funny story there.
Or a dead baby cow, otherwise known as veal. But at some point, the Queen of England...
Veal's pretty good, though. I mean, I don't feel good for eating it, but god damn is it lean, it's tender, it's so good.
What's going on? I mean, she's not a stupid lady.
Obviously.
She went all around the world, talked to so many people.
She was literally the queen of a country. She was the symbol for peace for so goddamn long. No, she was not an idiot.
Surely she must have been at some point intrigued by the word vegan. She must have...
Well, no, because this didn't really come up until, like... Hold on. When did the term vegan start? (1944) Of 25 people. When was the Queen of England born? 52. Alright, so 25 people were vegan. It was like some underground bullshit in 44. She was born 8 years later. Now I can imagine vegan didn't make headlines until like the 80s. So, it wasn't really a term people used. So she can't inquire about a term that's not really a term yet.
By in one of her limousines and seen, a vegan store or a label on something that said vegan. She must have
They didn't have
known what
those.
the word meant. She must have known about the
And if they
animals.
did, feel free to send me shit.
So why didn't she become vegan? That's what I'm intrigued about. Like all of these supposedly good people.
She didn't turn vegan because she has half a brain.
What stops them?
Or more than half a
This
brain,
is
I
why
should
on this
say.
channel, I
My
try
bad.
to reach out to so many creators who have millions of followers. The vast majority of them don't listen to me.
Imagine that. Oh, I wonder why.
I tried to reach them with the message.
I
If I could talk to the Queen of
wonder
England,
why.
I would have said to her, "Excuse me, but you can even hire a vegan chef. You can easily change what you're eating and promote veganism to all of the people."
Why would she do that? Being vegan actually hurts her economy. That would make no sense to do that.
You talk to. You could wear a shirt that says this. Can you imagine the Queen of England going around wearing this shirt?
No, I can't imagine that. Because I wouldn't even wear that for like a meme. So I know damn well the Queen of England would never wear some shit like that.
How cool would that be, right?
Also, we can tell you just Sharpied on a tank top. If you're gonna wear a shirt like saying this bullshit, at least get it done custom made. Yeah, right. I'm gonna need a drink. Jesus Christ.
But why didn't she do it?
I want to start this off saying I don't have any hate for vegans. Alright? I hate these kind of vegans who try to convert people. It's the same thing with religion. I don't mind if you're religious. Just don't try to convert me. Alright? That's the thing. It's like, I don't care what background you come from. I don't give a shit what you do. Just don't be like a fucking dickhead trying to make me see how you see, because that's been proven to not work. If you show them how good it is to live that life, maybe you'll convince somebody. But I don't know, I'm living a pretty damn good life right now. So, I doubt it. I doubt I would convert to any other religion. But, yeah, little rant.
Because there's a difference between polite and kindness. When you're polite,
True.
you say please and thank you, and you sit up straight, hold the door open for people, wear your little white
It's also
gloves,
kindness.
hat, and your little pearls, and you don't disturb anyone. That's being polite.
I don't know, you seem to
Not
disturb
the
a lot of
same
people.
thing as being kind.
Oh yeah? Is that so?
Being truly kind involves bravery. It involves
Hold on. I mean, they're basically the same thing. To say these are different words is true to some extent, but saying they're completely different is just ignorant. So you're wrong on that too, in my opinion. That's not even I can't say that's fact, but that's more of an opinion. That you're just wrong on that front.
involves digging down deep and doing what's right.
Right. And I have no problem with
Even
that. I
if
think
you
it's a
won't
good
be
thing.
popular. Even
Yes.
if people won't like you. Just because you can imagine what it would be like to be the victim.
And actually, a lot of people like you if you act like that, believe it or not. It's just
You
surprising.
can just put yourself in the
That whole mindset, like, oh, being kind won't get you really anywhere, but at least you'll know you're being kind. No, it's fucking bullshit. A lot of people enjoy kindness as much as these fake fucking gurus. She's basically a fake guru. She's just like Andrew Tate, except it, in a different niche, I should say. The vegan teacher is basically Andrew Tate, and he's bad and outspoken, but at least he's outspoken about himself. The vegan teacher doesn't know what the fuck she's trying to explain, and then when she finds out what she wants to explain, it's wrong. I mean, Andrew Tate's got shit done wrong, but when he says stupid shit, he also has these, like, what's the word? Fuck. Like, sub-intellectual phrases that everyone uses. It's such a broad term, but sure, yeah, it's true. See, I don't disagree with this, but a lot of people who are kind actually have a lot of friends, believe it or not.
Their place. You can imagine the terror and the suffering of these innocent pigs who are just 6 months old, who are being gathered after a...
I mean, you can think, like, you can try to put yourself in their shoes, but they're animals. They are physically, mentally incapable of... You're physically, mentally superior to a pig. Alright? That is just science. Now, to say you sympathize for something like a chicken, chickens are dumb as shit. Alright? They're dumb as a box of fucking rocks. I've seen a brick smarter than a chicken. I wish I was kidding. So you are not capable of feeling what a chicken feels because you have no clue what it's like to be a chicken.
Of hell and shoved into gas chambers the same way that the Nazis did to the Jews. And yet...
There it is. Do they shove piglets in gas chambers like Jews? That's not... Okay, that's not what I meant. There's nothing humane about killing... Okay, what's the sources on this one? Okay. I might have to blur this. It also depends on what gas they use, because depending on the gas, it's more humane than slitting their throat, like most farmers do. So if anything, this is a vast improvement. Yeah, I can't show that. I'm gonna assume they use something like carbon dioxide, which is much less humane than slitting their throats. So that's my bad. Yeah, back to the vegan teacher, everybody.
yes, I am comparing the two of them, because what happens to the animals is in fact worse. Because instead of it...
So, let me get this straight. You said pigs are living worse off than the Jews did in the concentration camps. Holy shit. Like, I say some fucked up shit, but she genuinely means this. You can tell by her expression.
Being by the millions.
And her tone of voice. She genuinely thinks that pigs today are treated worse than the Jews in World War II in the concentration camps. Wow.
It's by the
That's
billions,
absurd.
and instead of it ending, it continues. And it continues even...
That's absurd.
Through the actions of people like the Queen. The Queen of England. Can you imagine?
Oh, here we go.
We had her on our side. If
No, I
3
can't.
times a day
Because
she
your
would've
side
said,
is stupid.
hey, it's breakfast. I don't want any cow's milk. I'll take the soy milk or the oat milk.
Fucking soy boy.
Can you imagine? Lunchtime.
No, I can't
Instead
imagine.
of having the chicken, the murdered animal. Chickens
I don't
are
know. Chicken's
abused on
pretty
this
fucking
planet
good.
more than any other animals. And you never
They're
see
goddamn
them being abused
tasty.
because they're in these giant facilities, hidden from our view.
Not really. I mean,
Murdered.
you go to any highway in the U.S., you can see them shipping, and they don't look great, obviously. I mean, they're all cut up and fucked. I mean, because they were fighting, and they literally don't have room to grow their feathers out. But comparing them to Jews? Jesus Christ, woman! Holy shit! That's so fucked! Oh my god. I mean, oh my god. The Jewish people in World War II were completely self-aware, knew exactly what was going on when they walked in that building. The pigs, the cows, the sheep, the lamb, the chickens, they have no clue what the fuck's going on, or like maybe a slight clue, a very very mild clue. Just wow. I wow. Wow. Okay. We'll keep going.
7 weeks old. Imagine if the Queen of England had said, no chicken for me. Tofu, lentils, beans,
Tofu tastes like shit.
rice, anything else.
Chickpeas taste like shit.
Nice. I don't want to just be polite.
I mean, if you want to eat like a fucking hobo, sure. I mean, I don't want to eat that shit. I'd have to eat so much of that to get my actual protein that I need at 18, growing, 6'4", 175 pounds because I'm so fucking lean. I mean, I probably intake 20 to 40 grams of protein a day. Hold on. Oh, they say peas is a really good source of protein. How many grams of protein are in peas, in a cup of peas? I don't know which green peas these are. I'm just gonna assume these are normal, just every run-of-the-mill pea. So 7.86 grams. Do you guys know how big a cup is? That's hardly that's not even a, I mean, that's maybe a fifth of what I intake a day. And that would be 5 cups of peas. 5 cups is 5 cups to gallon. I forgot. I'm stupid. It's a third of a gallon. Third of gallon. Hold on. Yeah, that's okay. Gallon of milk. A third of a gallon would be about here. Now that's a lot of fucking peas. You won't ever see me chomping on peas like that. No shot.
If she had done that. God, it's so cool. Imagine
Actually, let's compare that to an ounce or a cup of steak. Cup of lean beef protein. Cooked lean ground beef. That's 31 grams of protein compared to less than 8. And then you also get more fat that is helpful, actually, when you're working out and, you know, need a shit ton of energy. Like, you could live off a cup of lean ground beef a day. Seriously. With maybe a little bit more vitamins, you could live off that. And maybe a little bit of spinach, alright? But you could live off that. You cannot live off a cup of peas.
if at dinner time she didn't say, no roast, she would say, no roast beef for me. I will be having anything else on the menu. How about you make me a vegan pizza with vegan cheese and vegan meat? Maybe
Vegan
Beyond Meat.
cheese tastes like shit.
Maybe Impossible Meat.
Impossible meat?
Anything
Ugh.
else.
No.
Can you just imagine
Ew.
if the Queen of England, everywhere she went, on her Queen Mobile, it said, "Let's be vegan from now on"? That'd be cool. Now let's look at the people who are still alive right now.
Yes.
People like Gordon Ramsay. Imagine if he honestly said he had a whole change of personality, which will never happen, by the way, because the guy is a total creep. But let's just say, people.
So you're calling Gordon Ramsay a creep? Bitch, you sat outside a McDonald's and played some fucking awful. Hold on. Vegan teacher. McDonald's song. Nope, McDonald's song. I don't want the ear rape version. Alright, let's watch this. Shoot.
3, 2, 1, sing! Eating animals is wrong, McDonald's. Hurting animals is wrong, McDonald's.
Alright, well, you get the point. Yes, the queen is very much past. My condolences. As a sign of peace herself, she, it's too bad. I was hoping she would live to at least 100, to be honest.
Like him, all the chefs of the world said, "We are tired
Brilliant
of
leader.
abusing animals. We are tired of paying into this system.
She
We're
was
tired of
an
not
idol.
being brave. We want to be brave and speak out.
Still
even if
is,
you don't like
in
us
my
that
opinion.
much. We want to do the right thing. We want to leave a legacy of kindness on this planet. So from now on, all of them would wear on their lapels here, on their jackets, or on their chef coats, vegan from now on. I'm a vegan chef. Can you imagine?
I mean, he'd lose all of he'd lose his shows, he'd lose his contracts. He'd pretty much ruin his life if he did that. You gotta think, this guy cooks everything. He's a world famous chef. He's not going to just cook vegetables. The audacity is just incredible with this woman.
How cool would that be? Imagine if every teacher in the world, when their students asked them what you ate for dinner, they said, vegan food, of course.
Yeah,
Imagine if
I'd bully
every
them.
police officer who ever went into a donut shop said, "What are your vegan options? What kind of vegan donuts do you have here?"
If you're a cop wanting a vegan donut, you don't deserve to be on the police force. Just saying. You're a fucking soy boy. I don't want you protecting my, the public around me. That's just how I see it. I don't want a fucking soy boy on the... Thank you. Get wasted for the both of us. Please. We're gonna need it.
You see, it's possible. It's totally possible. What if every firefighter, excuse me, went around and when they were teaching children about fires and how to put the fire out and they went with their uniforms everywhere.
They don't just teach kids about fighting fires. They have to go fight the fires. Yeah, please do actually just choke and die, vegan teacher. You are just a cesspool of just ignorance.
Students and the teachers in the classroom.
So
You know
fucking
what?
incompetent,
When there's a
dude.
fire, I don't run to the fridge to rescue the vegetables and the fruits because plants don't have feelings. Plants are not alive. They're not
Yeah, they save the pets. They save any... Of course they don't run to the fridge. It's not like they run to the fridge and save the meat. What are you fucking talking about, woman?
sentient. We could argue if they're alive or not.
They are. They are alive. They are very much alive. There's zero argument there.
But they're not sentient. They don't feel.
They do feel. They have nerves. They actually have nerve receptors and have pain receptors. Fucking nimwit.
Plants don't feel pain.
Yes, they do.
They don't have a brain. They don't have a nervous system.
Yes,
so
they do.
It's okay to bite into them.
They may not have a brain, but they have a nervous system and a DNA that basically acts like their own brain. I mean, their whole central nervous system, everything about that acts like its own kind of brain. You could argue that as a collective, most of our bodies are just made of brain and the things supporting it. So, in that case, plants aren't much different. It's been proven that they actually let off a squeal when they're picked. I don't know if you've seen that, vegan teacher, but good God, woman. Do you not read the news? Like, the actual news, not your fucking BuzzFeed. Get off Facebook. Honestly, I'm half tempted to go check her Facebook right now. See how much she's on there. Because she just needs to stay off it. I feel bad. I hope she doesn't have grandchildren or children, man. Or great-grandchildren, for that matter. I feel so bad for them.
You have a heart. You know where to start.
That doesn't make much
Right
sense.
now, you can be vegan from now on.
I mean, bugs technically have hearts. You know, she actually has... Oh my god. Damn, that's depressing. And you think you have it bad. You think she does? Yeah, I'll check. Why not? Does the vegan teacher have grandchildren? No, I don't give a shit about that. They called her a singer-songwriter. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, no. It doesn't say anything about it, so I'm gonna assume not. I hope she never repopulates. A son? Gotcha. Yeah, I can imagine that son would want to stay completely out of her fucking life.
Imagine if all the firefighters
Unless he's just as brainwashed as she is.
taught people that said, "We save the animals." If all the firefighters taught people that said, "We save the animals in your homes. We save the people. We don't save the celery."
They do.
You know? Imagine
They.
if every
That's
business
their
person,
job.
when it was time to go
You
out,
fucking
they
idiot.
said, "Okay, it's time to eat. Which vegan restaurant do you want to go to today?" Imagine if that was the default.
Nobody says that, because not everyone likes vegan. Not everybody is vegan. Alright?
To do good.
Fucking
To be
God,
kind.
woman.
To truly be kind. Not just polite, but actually
Just 3 of them?
kind.
Oh, Christ.
What a world it would be.
Statistically, one of them has to be as brainwashed as her. And I feel bad for the siblings of that sibling.
What a shame that the Queen of England didn't become vegan in her later years.
It's not a
It could have
shame.
had such a domino effect. What about the new king?
Yeah, not a good one.
Charles. Apparently he cares about the environment.
Yeah, of course he
Does
does.
he really? Because the best thing you can do.
But he also has to care for his fucking kingdom. He can't just say, oh, we're stopping meat imports and exports.
Times a day.
Yeah, her name is
To eat
it seems like it's Middle Eastern, but I'm not sure.
Vegan foods to not contribute.
I didn't really look at it too much.
But most people won't do that.
Katie
Most
Karen
people
Dykmeyer.
are selfish narcissists. But
Okay.
are you? What will your
That's pretty
legacy
funny.
be? How will they remember you after you die?
I don't know. I don't give a shit. I haven't gotten there
No
yet.
illusions about how I'm going to be remembered.
I'll see when I get
have
there.
my Wikipedia page that they started, and they wrote a bunch of facts on there.
Wikipedia
But, you know,
page.
sometimes people get facts a little bit wrong. I don't know. I haven't checked it in about a year.
It's not a fact if it's wrong.
But many
At that
people
point,
will
it's
lie and say
an
that
opinion.
I ate animals and that I was a phony because people.
Well, the fact that you're saying they're phonies because you definitely have eaten animals, because I know to God you weren't born and raised vegan. So, and even if you were, I'm sure you've eaten meat before. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. Going from, going to be vegan, saying you've eaten meat before, I mean, if anything, it makes you sound more realistic. She just sounds fake as shit.
Splice together all kinds of.
I just find it so hard to believe somebody can be this fucking stupid. I mean, I know she's not kidding. But something deep down in me, she's had two husbands. Jesus, too many. I don't know what the fuck they thought this was a good idea, but good lord. Yeah, something deep inside of me wishes this wasn't fucking real. That humans weren't genuinely this ignorant, but I browse Twitter from time to time, so I know that's not true.
like that. But those who will really research, who really want to know,
Right.
who really care about the truth will know that I tried as hard as I could.
And that's cool.
For the last many decades of my life.
And that's a good thing.
Or however long I live. To encourage people to be as vegan as possible.
There's a difference between encouraging it and making it seem like a cult, which is what you're doing. If I went like to be vegan, which never would happen, swear on my mom's life, take me out back, shoot me in the brains like Old Yeller, on my life, I will never be vegan. I love steaks too much. I love chicken too much. I eat them because I appreciate them. There's a difference between eating them and throwing them away because you don't give a shit. I eat them because I appreciate them, that they were alive for my benefit. Alright?
I tried so hard to undo the damage. I'm trying. Don't you want to
You can't undo it. That's history.
try?
It happened. Who gives a shit?
Don't you want to try?
Not really.
Don't be like the Queen of England. Who
Oh.
dead animal after dead
Wow.
animal went through her entire
Don't
body
be like the
and
Queen of
shit out
England.
into the toilet.
That's nasty.
Thousands of them. Thousands of innocent animals.
You ate probably hundreds of thousands of innocent plants. Your point?
Treated that way by the Queen of England.
Yeah, she didn't do that. She didn't put pigs in the gas chamber. Speaking of, that was from Australia. If you're gonna call somebody out, call out Australian government. Not the Queen of England, you dunce.
Because of what? Because of stupidity? No. Because the Queen of England wasn't actually brave or kind. She was merely polite.
I don't know, man. She's pretty kind, brave, and polite. I mean, to go out of your house as a leader these days without like a fucking SWAT team and a vest and helmet on, a fucking whole ass suit, that seems pretty fucking brave to me. I don't know. Just as a world leader in general. I mean, it's not even these days, just in general, especially in Europe, because they've been known for uprisings. France. Just brave in general. So saying she wasn't brave just makes you look like an idiot. I mean, you already do, but I don't think you know that. I think deep down you know you're an idiot, but you just don't want to accept it. Because you've got a stick so far up your ass that says you're right, when you're really not. Make a murder. That's pretty funny.